This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Pure happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow. Pure happiness will be connect to flow.
This is the Barbados Evening News Update for Wednesday, November 11th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. The Royal Barbados Police Force is this evening paying tribute to one of its own, former Assistant Commissioner of Police, Mark Thompson, who passed away today. Thompson died in Colombia after a recent illness. A statement from the Acting Police Commissioner, Tyrone Griffith, said the entire force is saddened by Thompson's passing. It states that during his 34 years in the force, he was attached to the Criminal Investigation Division, rising to the rank of Assistant Superintendent. He also served as Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center. The force is extending condolences to his wife and 2 children. Agricultural officials are looking for more than 200 people to help rip next year's cotton crop. It is projected to earn the country an estimated $1.5 million in exports to Europe. The 2016 crop is expected to produce about 100,000 pounds of lint for overseas sales, and it is due to begin in January. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados-based Exclusive Cottons of the Caribbean, Adley Stevenson, tells Barbados Today that cotton picking could earn people a tidy sum.
I would encourage those who are not in full-time employment, those who are on 2 or 3 day work weeks, even those who are in full-time employment who can get to a cotton field between 4:30 and 6 to help us harvest the cotton. We would have had an issue last year which impacted some persons who didn't thereafter want to go into the field in terms of late payment, but I think we sorted those issues out, and again, we want to encourage persons to come out and help us. Nothing wrong with picking 30 to 50 pounds of cotton and getting close to, in terms of the 50 pounds, $100 in a day. It's going to take some effort, but we know of families who dedicate maybe a Saturday afternoon, and over time they can take home a tidy sum.
Meantime, one agriculture representative is urging farmers to treat the sector as a serious business. This as a handful of farmers turned up this morning at the King George V Park in St. Philip for the first in a series of consultations on farming and the drought situation. Agriculture Officer Barney Callender says farmers need to come out and get the pertinent information.
This is the thing for farmers. Farmers must realize that this is their business, right? And spend time when there's opportunities like this to come and get the information. Okay? People that are in the business world, when there's lectures, they go to get information to find out what is the state of the economy, what is happening, and who is going to invest, what is going to happen. So farmers must have that business attitude. And when things are presented to them, make an effort. It's not going to take the whole day. And if you have something to do on Wednesday, plan your events. Do something more on Tuesday, do something more on Thursday, so that you can find 2 hours to come and get information to help your business.
Callender urged farmers to take the necessary steps, such as water harvesting, water management, and monitoring the weather forecast to combat the ongoing drought. He also advised them to plant crops that are able to weather the dry season and also explore other areas of farming.
That's an option. Until the water comes, let me do for 3 months, let me do some vending. Buy your vegetables from other farms and sell. Or you might want to go into something else. Same horticulture, poultry, rabbits, whatever the case may be. It's always good for farmers to diversify your farm, provided that you have the facilities to do it. You might be farming in a particular area, but raising 500 chickens is not going to hurt you. Provided you have the facilities, it will help help to pay the bills and help you to survive. So, in these times, we got to think about diversifying your farm. Not only sticking to planting of vegetables, but you may want to, let's say, have about at least 30% of your farm being part of animal production, chickens or whatever the case may be, flowers, something else. But make sure that you are doing what is necessary for you to survive.
Crime officials are raising concern about the increased use of firearms in Barbados and say it has now reached a crisis stage. Senior Research Officer at Criminal Justice and Planning Unit, Kim Ramsey, told a news conference that about 42% of homicides were committed using firearms for the period 2010 to 2014. Ramsey says that's despite the fact that Barbados has one of the lowest homicide rates in the Caribbean. According to her, in 2010 there were 32 homicides. However, they report 27 so far this year.
42% of all homicides were as a result of guns, and we noticed that from the early 90s, guns became the most common method of homicide, and it continues to be the most common method of homicide. And when I bring up the graphs, you will see that. You will see where we had the peak in homicides, and as I said, it was around the early 90s. And kudos to our members of the Royal Barbados Police Force. They're able to solve 95% of all murders. This is not the same situation in other countries where they have lower homicide case solutions.
In sports, West Indies wrapped up their tour of Sri Lanka with a 23-run win over their hosts in the final T20 International at the M. Premadasa Stadium today. Windies batted first and made 162 for 6 off 20 overs. They then bowled out the home team for 139 off the final ball. All-rounder Dwayne Bravo hit a run a ball 31 in a crucial fifth-wicket partnership of 41 with Danish Ramdin, who made 34 not out of 22 balls. Bravo returned to take career best figures of 4 for 28. This was an improvement over the 4 for 38 he took against India in Lords in 2009.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
To news from the region, police in Trinidad say they hope to end an investigation by the end of the month into the alleged discovery of a plant resembling marijuana at the private residence of former Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar 2 years ago. In July, Acting Commissioner Stephen Williams said he had given a 2-week extension of the probe, which started in June. Williams insisted that at the time, the former Prime Minister was receiving no preferential treatment. She has denied any knowledge of the incident. And finally, thousands of people were today protesting the recent abduction and murder of 7 civilians from the Hazara ethnic minority. The victim's body were found in a southern province of Zabul, where fighting between Taliban fractions have escalated recently. Some had their throats slit. The marchers carried the coffins of the dead through the streets of the Afghan capital, Kabul, in the pouring rain. And on that note, we come to the end of our news update. There's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bv. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on 4TV and Mix 96.9 FM, where you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Good evening.